What's up, YTPC? This is DSG Pipe Smoker with another pipe smoking video. I will be smoking my Savory pot with some plum pudding in it and drinking some, it's another Arcos Brewery blend. This is their number 5 boxcar brown English porter. That might have been way too close for you guys. Cool. Alright. That is not the topic of today's video. Today's video is going to be on Dunhill's Elizabethan mixture, which I have in a jar here. As you can see, I'm almost done with it, so I gotta do a review on it while I still got some tobacco to do review on. It's a Virginia Perique blend. It consists of Virginia and Perique, hence why it's called a Virginia Perique blend. But it's, let's see if I can get, oh god, okay, there we go. It is a, not a shag cut, oh, what's it called? Ribbon cut, that's what it is. It's a ribbon cut tobacco. It's almost a shag cut. I mean, you can see how fine that is. And this blend, right out of the tin, has absolutely perfect moisture content. But while I got it open, let me show you guys sort of the color of the tobacco. A lot of browns, a lot of bright Virginias, and of course there's that Perique that's speckled throughout. That's the black tobaccos. And if we put our nose in there, we get a lot of sweet hay, and just a hint of the Perique, which in a tin note or a jar note, the Perique is going to have kind of a like a dried fruit kind of consistency to it. As far as smoking mechanics go, this blend, like I said, the moisture content is absolutely perfect, and that's really true for all of the Dunhill blends. I believe they're packaged by the Scandinavian Tobacco Group. I could be wrong on that, but if memory serves me right, and I have to rely on memory in this instance because I don't have the jar of Elizabethan mixture anymore, or the tin, I should say. I do believe they are blended by the Scandinavian Tobacco Group. But because of that combination of the ribbon cut and the perfect moisture content, the blend lights very easily. It has a very consistent burn rate. You know, it burns really evenly as well. And the ash that it produces is very thin. You can actually smoke or light right through the ash, especially with a lighter, whereas, you know, a thicker cut tobacco, actually plum pudding's a good example of this, but plum pudding tends to produce a very thick cake that you kind of have to, you know, remove it every once in a while. Anyway, getting back to Elizabethan mixture. Elizabethan mixture is also a very middle-of-the-road kind of blend when it comes to its strength and its body. It's not a light blend, I would say. It's a very medium-bodied, medium-strength kind of blend. It is kind of medium-full when it comes to flavor. When it comes to nicotine, though, it's on the high end. Not necessarily uber high. I consider myself to be relatively average when it comes to nicotine content tolerances. And I can smoke Elizabethan mixture all day if I have a lot to eat. And I, really monitor myself, and I make sure that Elizabethan mixture is spread out a little bit throughout the day. If you're Bradley from Stuffin' Things, that's a whole nother ballgame. He can smoke this stuff all day. But, hold on one second. There we go. Now that my porch light's back on. Continuing to talk about smoking mechanics, I don't get a whole lot of bite from this blend. I can get a little bit of a bite out of it if I already have some tongue bite from a previous blend, or, I'm on the verge of getting tongue bite, and then I gotta be careful with it. But outside of that, like I said, I can smoke this blend all day, as long as I'm careful to avoid nicotine sickness. So I don't see, especially if you can tolerate straight Virginias, I don't see how anybody could, get any kind of tongue bite from this blend. Especially since it doesn't really burn super hot. It's not... When it comes at that right moisture content, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. As far as the pipe that it smokes best out of, I find that you get the best combination of sweet and pepperiness if you smoke it in a pipe such as this Tobacco Village Bulldog pipe. As you can probably see, has a fairly wide chamber at the top, and then it narrows very considerably towards the bottom. That being said, it'll smoke almost like a straight Virginia in a pipe such as this Amphora that already starts out, fairly narrow in the chamber, and then has a fairly tall chamber to add to that. Sorry, there's a spider. I need to kill it. Anyway, getting back to Elizabethan mixture. Like I said, it's not very picky when it comes to chambers, but I have noticed that you get more of the stereotypical characteristics of a Virginia Perique blend if you smoke it out of a conical bowl, and it'll smoke more like a straight Virginia out of a narrow and tall bowl. Now, on to the flavor profile. In a conical bowl, and it really varies from pipe to pipe, as far as, because it does shift in the way the pepperiness of the blend kind of shows itself. In some pipes, the pepperiness is more in the forefront and then dies down a little bit as you get down the bowl. In other pipes, it's the exact opposite. The pepperiness builds as you get down the bottom of the bowl. But by and large, Elizabethan mixture will have a sweet hay and lemon taste when the draw, and through the exhale, you get a black pepper note right in the back of your tongue. If you retrohale it, you get a lot of red pepper. Not the heaviest I've ever had out of a Virginia Perique, but it's definitely there. It definitely lets you know that there's some Perique in the blend. That being said, when you smoke it out of a pipe, such as this Amphora, the blend really changes. the Perique in the blend is almost non-existent. In a narrower chamber like that, you really only notice the pepperiness from the Perique in the false light and the true light. After that, you get this heavy creamer consistency or texture to the smoke. And the Virginias, they really shine from there. You know, the sweet hay and the lemon notes really get amplified. And it is like you're smoking, you know, straight Virginia from there. But without the tongue bite, which is the best part about it. Hold on a second. There we go. But like I said, it really depends on what kind of chamber dimensions you're smoking out of it. But by and large, Elizabethan mixture, in my mind, is the perfect, or as Bradley from Stuff and Things likes to call it, the quintessential Virginia Perique blend. It's not my personal favorite Virginia Perique blend, but man, it's up there. It's definitely up there, and I can see why a lot of people like it. I can see why a lot of people consider it their daily smoke. But if you were to just generally describe to somebody what a vapor or Virginia Perique blend is, you would be describing Elizabethan mixture. You would essentially be telling them, well, imagine the typical Virginia flavor profile, sweet hay, and just a general natural sweetness. The, the stereotypical flavor profile of Perique, hot and peppery. It's those two combined, and it's got a relatively high nicotine content, more than likely from the Virginias. That's Elizabethan mixture. So, if you're curious about what Virginia Perique tastes like, and you want the absolute best candidate for that genre, Elizabethan mixture is your blend. With that being said, this has been DSG Pipe Smoker with another pipe smoking video. Hope you guys are having a good Labor Day weekend, and I'll catch you guys later.